All right. Good morning to everybody. So my name is Jared. This is Engineering the Markets. It is June 29th, 2021. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So starting off with our SPY, we see that we still have sort of a slow upper trend forming on the SPY as we were moving slowly away from our trading range that we've been in for previous couple of months. Additionally, it's worth mentioning that the overall range of some of the inside days that we've had, or some of the price action, have been relatively small. So we're not seeing these large volatile extension candles. We're seeing sort of this sort of, I would say, slow and steady move to the upside. Now, we've had periods like this before in recent history. We can refer to timeframes like this, where the market was setting up some balance zones, and then we started to slowly and steadily trend to the upside. And this followed a period of more range-bound trading that preceded it, where value was likely set somewhere in this sort of mid to upper range of the trading range. So with this price action, we simply want to continue to watch, see if we see any sort of tail risk in the market. Always be looking at different sectors to see if any major sector is shooting up some red flags relative to larger selling, or just structurally not in the same sort of bullish uptrend as the overall market. The Qs are obviously helping the SPY immensely in this move to the upside. You can tell right off the bat that the Q posture is much more bullish on this breakout. And additionally, the movement intraday does have more of a upper thrust to it. We have larger ranges on our daily candles, and we are also clearing this trading range without having to grind our way to the upside. It's much more of a buying sort of push or a thrust of the QQQ. And we've seen a couple of companies lead the way in this QQQ breakout, some of which have already put in quite a bit of work relative to moving us from the low end where we had our trend line support. This has obviously been an excellent buying opportunity in recent history, and it continues to hold. A lot of this move was facilitated by companies in the communication sector. You're thinking Facebook, you're thinking Google. Some of the semiconductors, which did come back into play, led mostly by NVIDIA with its larger market cap and more explosive move to the upside, hitting a price, sticker price of $800 a share as of yesterday. And then even in the uptrend of our strong companies, we've had some catalyst news inside of Facebook, which led it to not only a new all-time high, but one of the largest range days that we've seen in quite a while, equivalent to some of the topping action we saw back in, let's see, this would be July, August timeframe. So ultimately, there is a lot of strength that has led the Qs to this area. What we simply want to observe is things have been moving in this direction for quite a while. We're obviously riding the trend as long as possible. The posture of the market continues to be bullish, but we're always looking for those moments in time where things start to change. And with any significant buying climax, specifically on news that ultimately the market knew about for a period of time, we simply want to see, does this move represent a new continuation, sort of an ignition to further upside prices? And at that point, we would become fairly far removed from our 20-period moving average, sort of our trend indicator that we have on the chart. Or is it the signal of a move that may be coming to an end? And as we see, this did occur back in time where these buying climaxes are facilitated by high volume, looking very strong to the upside, but not leaving a lot of structure behind it. It simply means that we start to get above our expected movement of certain stocks. And when that happens, if there is a downside sort of reversion, those reversions can be much stronger than most people anticipate and often break through some of the trending structure that we had prior, looking for the demand zone that led to the trend. So all in all, these intraday opportunities are fantastic for us as traders, but in the larger context, we always want to be looking at this as sort of a pro and a con to the overall market. If this continues, then yes, the markets will continue higher. A lot of these big tech names are carrying us to all-time highs in the market. And you can look at something like Apple and Microsoft in the technology sector and say, those are some very strong stocks that are getting stronger. They are trending. And just about every pullback to this trend line has been met with new all-time highs. We've even repaired gapping structure on major sell-offs as we start to return back to breach these swing highs and make new all-time highs. But under the hood, you always want to be looking at other stocks that may be telling a different story. If we look at XLK, we see that yes, Apple and Microsoft represent a huge weighting of this ETF, roughly 40 to 41%. So obviously, if these stocks move higher, then they can carry the technology sector pretty much by themselves. We also see that NVIDIA represents a significant portion, approximately 5%. But if we just go down slightly lower, we see stocks like Visa and MasterCard. And if we pull up these charts, the story is slightly different. We see that these stocks are pulling back. Now, ultimately, all of our stocks in the technology sector are in some fairly strong uptrends. But intraday session wide, we do have moments in time where some stocks are selling off and being hidden by the fact that the technology sector is so heavily weighted with our key names. So always be keeping this in mind. The market can sort of hide this weakness amidst strength in other areas, and hence why we look across different sectors. We try and interpret who's leading and who's lagging, and is the leader strong enough to carry the market forward? Well, in the case of technology, I would say that overall it is quite facilitative of this move in the Qs. But there are some stocks that are giving us a bit of a different structure, and the sell-offs are not insignificant. Visa and MasterCard at some points during yesterday's session were down approximately 3%. And given that they hold some weighting to the technology sector, imagine if a stock like Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA was also down on these sessions. Those are the kind of days that can really take down the market and start to break the grinding structure that we have specifically in the SPY. Maybe not so much in the Qs, given that they do have a lot of general strength overall, but always be looking for these differences or these comparisons of the same sector, but different stocks telling different stories. Another thing that we saw yesterday was a pretty significant sell-off in what I'll call the travel industry. Normally we're looking at cruises and airliners. And at the time we were looking for some sort of just news catalyst. Is there a reason for this? We are seeing additional reporting, at least in some of our news streams, of I'll just say the Delta variant of the COVID virus. And is this becoming more of a actionable news event for certain sectors and industries? At least intraday, we are seeing some of that reaction where we have airliners like UAL, AAL, DAL. A lot of these have not only not been trending for a long period of time, essentially consolidating, but if you look at just a very general structure, we are very close to losing some of our strongest support zones that we've set back in early February and March. Pretty much all of these charts are equivalent. I would say that you're looking back in time and seeing that we're testing these areas on events that have some noticeable reaction inside the market. And we also saw cruises facilitating a little bit of a sell-off yesterday. We also had some news with CCL. So at times we were thinking this may be sort of a sell all cruises based on the CCL news. I believe it was an offering news. But NCLH, if we look across the board, a lot of these sell-offs are quite strong. And with the combination of the airliner sell-off, we may be looking at something a little bit more significant. And I'll look at RCL as well. Those are sort of the three that I'm most familiar with. So as we move forward, this market is giving us, I would say, two different pictures of what is likely to come. We have very good strength in large market cap names. I'm bringing up Google. We've already looked at Facebook, Apple, and Microsoft. We know that some of our discretionaries have picked themselves up off the ground. We had Tesla with a really nice couple of intraday sessions. It's actually holding some of those breakout prices that it's had and maybe building some energy for another leg of this move as we have broken from the 200 and sort of this pennant range compression structure. But then we look at Amazon and we see something slightly different. Once again, Amazon is near its all-time high resistance. It is starting to look like it may trend. We see the 20 and the 50 crossing. We see that it did have a strong push into its resistance, sort of searching for supply. And so far, you know, it's held up here fairly well. But in the past, we've seen it move strongly into this area. And each of those moves has been met with strong selling. So until this can prove a move higher, we remain cautious and we simply look for those trade opportunities, either mid-range, which has mostly played itself out, or a breakthrough of this area on a potential buy setup. Those are going to be some opportunities moving forward. And if discretionaries are moving higher, market does have a good chance to continue its climb. Now, some things that we have not looked at in previous history. We have not looked at the dollar in a little while. Now, when we first looked at the dollar breaking out, the immediate reaction that we saw in a market that we like to trade, or at least have some potential risk inside of, is the metals. So think gold, think silver, anyone who's trading platinum. There was a big sell-off in all of these names, and this has been after a nice sort of recovery in most of these metals. So we got this dollar breakout. So far, it has held this area. So we have not seen the same sort of pullback that we have seen in recent history. And structurally, we do have precedent for the dollar to move higher, at least in the short term. So we have this potential, history repeating itself, where we can get one more thrust to the upside. And you can see that intraday, this may already be occurring. We're getting a little bit of an uptick in the dollar this morning. Now, what does this mean for us and the overall markets? Obviously, gold and silver, who have already been beaten down, are not likely to rally if the dollar is moving higher. So it is that inverse look at an inversely correlated set of markets. Additionally, the market itself, the SPY, the Qs, the equities, tend to like a weaker dollar. The weaker the dollar is, I would say, less impactful the sticker prices of some of these stocks happens to be. And that sort of correlation of weak dollar, higher equity prices can obviously flip on a dime. You can also think of this as just a ratio of every time you look at a stock price, the stock price is in US dollars. So if your denominator, your ratio starts to improve and starts to go higher, then often that ratio will start to decline. And that can happen inside of an equities market like this, where you actually get selling in it based on a strong dollar move. Oftentimes the dollar is used as sort of a secondary fear index as well. People will rush to cash if they believe there is tail risk in the market. And we mentioned one in the form of the Delta variant, which is starting to become more prevalent in news. But we're also seeing tail risk being advertised in some of our indexes that we can use to track this, relative risk. We've looked at the VIX, and the VIX is trading at prices near, pre-COVID crash levels. So at this time, implied volatility at the money options are not really advertising a lot of risk. We've seen slight upticks. We've seen a lot of those get sort of met with complacency, and then, the eventual fade off of volatility, leading us to, new all-time highs in a lot of markets. But if we look at a different product known as the skew, and I'll go ahead and change this just to a line so we can see. I'll bring this up to pretty much a full view of all readings on the skew index. Excuse me. This index is showing a little bit more information about out of the money, excuse me, out of the money volatility and how the market is interpreting tail risk. This topic is more about the potential for some sort of event to catch the market off guard and for market participants to be preparing for that early on. So inside of the option market, you can oftentimes see moments where there is an advantageous amount of skew in option contracts who have strikes that are out of the money relative to the in the money or at the money contracts. And you can think about this as more of speculation. Market participants may be seeing an opportunity that is better suited for a more speculative investment or placement of risk. For example, if market participants, especially smart money, know that a particular stock has an upcoming event, it may not be as well advertised to us as retail traders, but the smart money knows that there is upside potential. You will often see additional orders or at least open interest in out of the money contracts looking for that upside shot. And that will skew in the short term that series and what implied volatility is at each series, or each strike, I should say. This index is more of an evaluation of the SPX skew, and it is trying to show, in the case of what we want to use it for at the moment, it's more about potential risk. So usually investor sentiment and volatility can be seen in the index. If it's trading quite high, the market participants are seeing more of a downside tail risk event causing that fast drop, something that if they're not ultimately set up for ahead of time, that black swan event would take the market down quickly. And ultimately some of those downside shots, those out of the money, let's call them puts, or just risk that is farther away from at the money, those are going to be the most advantageous way to take advantage of a decline such as that. Now, as we've seen, this market has given red flags in various different ways. We've seen VIX spikes. We've seen something called the VVIX, which is where people are paying up for hedging. They anticipate a binary event, and that was the FOMC the last time we looked at it. We've seen certain markets start to deviate. Usually this is known as like bifurcation in the market. Some markets being strong, some being weak. Normally this is very healthy. We simply don't want to see too much deviation in some of our strongest sectors, tech, healthcare, and financials, which often trades against tech in some degrees. And now we're looking at something relatively new called skew. All of these are simply data points in the market. Each one should be taken in stride. And the understanding here is that as the market continues higher, know that there is positioning going on in a condition where everything looks great, everything looks bullish. We're breaking a trading range. We have a nice breakout on the charts. But always be looking at risk versus reward. And market participants are advertising to us that they see additional risk, tail risk, downside risk, and they are positioning themselves such to take advantage of it if it does occur. The reason this is so relevant and why I wanted to bring it up today is we've had some of the highest skew ratings ever in this market, trading at all-time highs. So can the market go higher? Absolutely. Can this be a one-time reading of the skew and this sort of tail risk subsides over time? Absolutely. If this is based on any sort of economic or real life tail risk, that can be resolved rather quickly depending on what the issue is. But knowing about it, being prepared for it, not being surprised by it is one of the key things. And ultimately understanding that if you're in positions and this does take place, respect the move. If we do see sort of a flush of the market at any point, this would be more of like a liquidation event. Not necessarily, once again, a full crash, but a correction that doesn't take very long to occur. It has been advertised to you for a period of time. Main thing is knowing where to look, knowing what this data point means, and being prepared for it. Obviously, being prepared for it can take various forms. You can actually trade the event if it does occur. You can have hedges on, like always. Every time we're trading at new all-time highs, always be considering putting on some sort of hedge for your long-term positions, protecting yourself if this market does ever correct in any significant manner. And until then, take advantage of what the technicals are showing us. We have a lot of strength across those big tech names. We're seeing a little bit of deviation in some key names, but overall, there's been a lot of upside potential. And as traders, we don't want to necessarily shy away from this upside. It has been very advantageous and quite volatile. But longer term, bigger picture, market condition wise and structurally, this market is saying that there is risk out there. This is not a all bullish all the time market. And eventually we will see if this ever does come to fruition and what will be the trigger. But until then, knowing about it, knowing how to at least read it, finding different ways to visualize it, and maybe even mapping out key inflection points that the market will respond to. We've seen some of that with the TNX. We know that approximately that 1.5 area is relatively important for the market as it's holding in this range. And as the yield curve has been flattening over time, we still have yet to discuss that topic. Maybe that'll be something for tomorrow. You know, the market participants in financials are maybe looking for exit points as this yield curve is not an advantageous aspect for financials. And we've seen the reaction that can occur in financials, how quick that sell-off can occur and how drastic it can be for the market. If we get continuation, or if we simply do not get performance like we've had in the past, and some of our other key sectors start to fall, specifically XLV, which is actually starting to break higher. A lot of these are not necessarily the most bullish, or I would say long-term healthy indications of market strength. Specifically healthcare oftentimes is credited as the sector that performs during market topping action. So we will look into that a little bit more throughout the week. You know, one thing at a time, but posturing yourself correctly in this market, recognizing warning signs, and ultimately respecting them when they all occur and you get the reaction, not being surprised by it, and ultimately being prepared with hedges is going to be a key way for you to essentially, you know, survive in a market that is not always bullish at all times. We've been very fortunate with one of the strongest bullish markets in a long time after the crash. So understand that those market conditions can change, and if they do, we just need to adapt. We need to prepare ourselves as traders for those conditions, and ultimately there will be opportunities. So we will try and take advantage of them as best we can. All right, y'all. I think last but not least, it has been quite an exciting time in the crypto markets. We've seen some relative strength occurring in the equities, and we've been calling them out in certain sessions. We have our miners continuing to perform intraday. Riot and Mara showing a lot of strength yesterday. Even more interesting, we have a company whose main concept is about accumulating Bitcoin, performing quite well intraday, roughly, I believe, 10 to 13% at one point. Along with one of the key IPOs around the crypto market actually performing and breaking both a daily trend and a weekly structure, or coming into this weekly structure with one of the strongest days since IPO. You can see that on the weekly. So it does appear that there is some short-term sentiment shift occurring in certain crypto assets. Obviously, Bitcoin, we are starting to see the potential for a daily trend change. Roughly the 35.5 is the level to beat and to hold. And you can see that here as we form this low, this swing high, this higher low, and now we're waiting for this candle here on the daily to close and make a new swing high, essentially changing the daily trend. We've also seen Ethereum showing additional strength prior to this Bitcoin daily trend change. And Ethereum has already facilitated with this, once again, low, higher low, 17 cents away from the swing. We have this swing high, and we are at this time closing higher with our first daily candle changing the trend. So as we've been discussing, the miners are leading the assets in some ways. We've seen multiple opportunities to get in to the miners near the lows, sort of that false breakdown back into the lowest trading range. And now we're seeing a lot of continuation along with other stocks that are related to the crypto markets also outperforming coin, micro strategies, et cetera, et cetera. So look for this to continue in the short term. And as we get into sort of that middle of the overall trading range, especially in the asset classes, we will look to see if this is going to be setting up for a larger breakout, or is this once again just a short-term reversion to the mean, back to the middle of the trading range where a lot of value actually sits. So we will see. Short term, it's always just trying to take advantage of those changes in tone and context. And then longer term, we will see if something much larger is likely to occur. But with that said, I'm Jared. This is Engineering the Markets. Let's go ahead and trade safe today, and we'll talk more tomorrow. Stay tuned for pre-market prep with Carlos and Norm.
All right, good morning, guys. Oh, let me turn on our sound in the chat room. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market Prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. I hope you had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How are you doing today?
Good morning, brother. I'm doing all right. How are you? I'm here.
Good.
I'm happy for being here. I don't know if you saw my tweet yesterday.
No, I did not. What was it?
I almost died yesterday, dude.
Get out of here. Heat-wise?
No,
Or
no,
what's up?
no. It wasn't hot here. No, legit, not exaggerating.
No way. Oh, we got to hear this.
So, yeah, quick story, guys. Don't take life for granted, and we do this every day. Yesterday was no special day. I had a couple of meetings. I obviously did pre-market show with you. I work from home. Obviously, wife's been working from home for a year, like so many other people, and sat down to eat lunch. She had to go to an appointment. Said she'd be gone for a couple hours. About 15 minutes after she left, sat down to eat lunch. I'm reading some stuff. My last bite, and all of a sudden, it gets stuck in my throat. And those times that happens to you, and you think, oh yeah, no big deal. No, I thought that, and then all of a sudden it moved a little bit more, and it was like, oh shit, this is on.
Wow.
And so I could not breathe. I couldn't make a sound. I started punching myself as hard as I could right here, where one would give the Heimlich.
Right.
I happen to have two painters at my house. One of them was kind of across the room in a different room, but it's an open floor plan, whatever. He happened to see me, came over, like I'm punching myself in the stomach, and he comes over and just whacks me on the back, and it comes out. I'm convinced if those guys weren't here, maybe it would have come out. I don't know, but it was scary as hell. I was shaking all day. So about 15 minutes, man. I like right after it happened, I was like, my wife's, what would have happened if these guys weren't here and I couldn't have gotten out?
Right.
And my wife comes home in 2 hours, finds me dead on the floor.
Right.
Because I choked. And then the next thought I have is all the haters that I have, because I joke about Beyond Meat, processed fake meat. Look, this jerk died eating a meatball. The world is correct. The world is right. So anyway, it was scary. I mean, it was large enough, man. My throat is still like bruised from it being in there. So if I get a little hoarse or something a little bit, anyway.
If there's anything that could be as serious as this, and someone can find something positive and funny to say, it's Norm. Dude, I'm so glad everything turned out okay, but that is scary. I mean, we all choked before. You know how it is. Oh, you get the little, you comes out, no problem.
No. And I've had that. I've never had this. This literally, like, I instantly was thinking, oh, damn, I'm screwed. And luckily, I can't even imagine those guys if they hadn't have been here. I was so thankful. Anyway, so
absolutely, man. So glad to hear you're okay. And yeah, guys, can't take life for granted for several things. For something like that can happen, and also how fast it goes, right? I mean, it flies, guys. You gotta enjoy every minute, even the bad times. Sometimes you gotta kind of push through them, right? So very, very important, guys. All right. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. I'm gonna look at what we had on our list yesterday.
You just made me snort, Jason.
What Jason said. Jason,
I would have smoked a joint and traded GE in your honor.
Let's get started here.
I started to stand up. Frankly, I don't know. People are saying like throw your stomach over a chair or whatever. And I instantaneously, when I saw that thing stuck, I started hitting myself in the stomach. And I started to stand up, and I was going to find something to like thrust my chest into. And that's when the guy came over and nailed me on the back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he knew Heimlich or not. I mean, I guess if I didn't know somebody, especially if I was in their house doing whatever, my first instinct would be a hard whack on the back before I started going to full Heimlich. But anyway.
I mean, it's so many things you could think of after, but in the moment, it's what really counts. And
it's a blur kind of. I was shaking all afternoon. It was freaky. Yeah. I debated on even whether to tell my wife what happened. I didn't want to freak her out.
Yeah.
It was a big meatball, Hamish. But I didn't eat the whole thing. I mean, the whole thing was like this big. Oh, it was like the entire meatball was like this big, but I didn't eat. It wasn't the entire thing. It was part of it. I just wasn't. Anyway, let's get to the show.
Wow, man. Wow. Guys, BNGO this morning. Actually, no, we're looking at stuff from yesterday. Let's look at stuff from yesterday here. BNGO, which actually was not bad. BNGO right here, good pre-market action. We had better stuff than this, though, so I didn't really pay attention to this one, especially after the first 5-minute candle. If you look at this on here, it's just kind of a little bit wild with the wicks. I normally do not like to trade stuff like this on open range breakdown for the 5-minute. But this one did break down nicely below the VWAP, and then from there, kind of gave you a couple of bounces off this great level here that we had, this 782, and it's doing that now. The price action right on there this morning. Space was a lot of fun, guys. Look at this beautiful drop on Space. Nice continuation. Couldn't hold some of these lows and highs from previous days. Does drop nicely here and then continues on. Gives you a beautiful pullback. If you missed the first initial entry on a 1 minute opening range breakdown, you do get this nice pullback here. That is a great entry for a continuation move, right? Or a great add-on. You've seen Andrew now add a lot to his trading about add-ons, and he's been, you know, slowly working on that and perfecting it. This is a great place to add on for a continuation. It does drop nicely. Great volume on it yesterday. And you can see here, we had another beautiful play here. A beautiful, I want to say it's a triple bottom. You can kind of say that. It's more of finding support right on here and then the bounce back right back towards VWAP, right? That is what you're aiming for. And if you're patient and if you don't take partial everything out, you do get an amazing continuation right back towards the high of the day. So just look at this drop here and right back up to it. So Space, a lot of fun yesterday. Traded very, very well. CCIV, a little bit of a rough start. I do like stocks that get above the pre-market high, this 2650. It takes a bit to get going here, guys, and then eventually does give you this beautiful move. So you might have been stopped out a couple of times in this aggressive pullback right below the VWAP. It goes down too deep, and then there it just takes off after that, and then just gets choppy the rest of the afternoon. So not much going on there. AMC, guys, rough start. Bit of a just back and forth action here. Then out of nowhere, we know this stock can be so explosive. Here comes a short squeeze. You get a beautiful short squeeze. 15 minutes in, this thing just takes off and hits some of the levels up here. So again, as usual, starts off a little bit nasty here, and then it gets a whole lot better on the way up. CCL, guys, we didn't talk much about CCL, but look at this drop on CCL. So that turned out to be a beautiful short and a great continuation move, you know, right below the 9 moving average. Never really comes back to the 20 or the VWAP on a pullback. Just continues to drop there. Eventually finds a bottom. Tries to get to the VWAP. Cannot. Finds a great resistance here. And then more of a drop down towards the low of the day again and then some. So CCL very active yesterday. BA also very nice on open range breakdown. 5 minute. You can see the beautiful drop and continuation. Does give you a nice pullback here. Although here, it's a little hard to take this as a pullback because it is already extended with a couple of candles here in the red. Eventually, it does drop even further. But again, BA trading very, very nicely. Does test the VWAP here. This could be a nice reversal play if you're looking for a bottom. Cannot get above the VWAP. Good sign to either add to this if you're still in it, depending on how you trade, or get into a position for a short there. So again, a lot of good opportunities yesterday, guys, which is nice to see given what we're coming into as far as the overall market conditions, right? So that was nice to see yesterday. Norm, what's the latest and greatest on the SPY today?
I mean, we're pretty darn flat on the SPY. Q's down a little bit, near at all-time highs. So, you know, Jarad went through a lot of stuff there. Long holiday this weekend. My guess is as we get closer to the weekend, we'll get a little more choppy. You can see on our gappers list, there are a decent percentage of which are low floats. So I kind of see that on these not too crazy days. You know, these smaller companies can start making some moves because there's not as much attention on other stuff. So.
Fully agree with you there.
Yeah.
Folks, let's take a look at our gappers list this morning. A bit of a green on here, so we got a lot going on there. Let me just make sure this is, because I was messing around with the, yes, it's live always.
Yeah,
okay.
You're good. It matches me.
So it matches good here. A couple of green stuff there. A lot of low floats this morning, guys. Look at
yeah,
this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that's just, hey, it's just a lot.
A lot of times I find if we have a decent gappers list that's of decent size on these slower, close to holiday days, especially during the summer, it'll be, the low floats that are getting it done.
Yep, absolutely. So we'll definitely take a look at that, and we'll also see gapping down a couple of stuff here on the way down as well. I got a couple of names that we've been watching quite a bit. So let's get to it, guys. Let's remove our watch list from yesterday. Let's get rid of this, and we will make some rows here, and we will get started. So first, I'm going to link my trade ideas because I believe I did not do it this morning. So we'll do that. Let's link this up, and we'll be ready to go here. So here we are, all set. Oops, minimize way too much. Let's bring this back, and I believe the next one we need is this one on here. Perfect. That looks good. Okay, CERE this morning, 37 million shares float at the moment. They are gapping up 51%, guys. So a pretty nice big gap for them this morning. The daily here is horrible, guys. I don't like the volume. This daily is no good at all. It is not a low flow stock, sitting at 37. I'm concerned with how well it's going to trade with those type of numbers and it not being in low flow, right? If you have a low flow that's trading 1.7 and it's gapping up like this, you can expect some great movements out of them on spikes, and it could be good for a scalp. But 37 million might be a little bit more different. We'll have to see how this plays out. And I'm noticing no shares for short on top of that. So we'll see. We'll have to see.
They do have some positive phase 1 trial results out, which is the
nice. The catalyst for today. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. So CRE, we'll put it there as a possible. AUUD this morning, 8 million shares float. Right now, volume 5.4 million shares traded at the moment. Pre-market action is very active. Their daily has been pretty active over the last couple of days. We've seen an increase in volume here in the last week or so of trading. Could be interesting. We'll add it on here. We got some weird candles in here, but for the most part, very active. We'll add it to our low flow stock. And we'll see if we can find anything better. AUUD. We have another couple of low floats here. MRIN. Now this one trades.
They did have some positive news. They have an app that I guess they've been developing that's going to be released earlier than expected. So that's what AUUD is popping.
All right, we'll take a look at that one. MRIN. Now this one we've been watching quite a bit. It does trade very well, guys. We see some good action out of this one yesterday, actually. Although we did not have it on here. On the watch list yesterday, did trade very well also, so we'll keep this one on deck. Very active, guys. 11 million shares traded right now, and we do have shares for sure. I don't think it's many, but we do have some there. ORF this morning, it is up 13%, guys. Great pre-market action this morning. We've seen this in our gappers list before, but not lately, not recently with this type of pre-market. So this looks good. I like what I'm seeing there. If you're trading this in the pre-market, again, just be very careful and don't overstay your welcome. This is making some pretty good moves. $7 going from $7 right to $8.17, a dollar and change. So nice move there. This is what we're talking about when we like to see these low flows kind of move up like this nicely in a great in an ABCD pattern type look, right? The ones that move up like this and just kind of go sideways and die down, those are really no good. This is what we like to see. We're getting some great action out of ORF this morning.
Good volume.
Definitely pretty good. All right, sweetie. I'm working. Everything okay? Okay, go have fun with him. All right? All right. Her cousin is here and she can't tell me how excited she is. Yeah, school is closed. School is over, so we're going to have a lot of fun this summer, hopefully. All right, let's get to it. So ORF is good, guys. I like that one. I'm going to put that one on there. Next, we have MOXC. Oh, did I skip one? I think I did. DBGI. DBGI, it is up 12% this morning. 1.3 million shares traded. Right now, as you can see here, the daily's okay. Volume is all right. Pre-market action is again, we got volume here. We're up 13%. I'm hoping we can find something better than this, guys. But again, we will be picky. We have to be, especially with the condition we're going into in the market. Moxie, we watch this one quite a bit. It gaps up all the time. I'm not personally a big fan of the way it trades. Let's get our 5
Pre-market action looks terrible.
Yeah, this doesn't look good at all. So we'll skip it. I think we can find something better. Mara, so we got some Bitcoin coming up here. Mara this morning.
Yeah, Bitcoin's popping up. Last I looked, it was 3 or 4% up and sitting around 36,000. So.
And I do like this daily right on here, guys. Mara. I love what I'm seeing there. Possible breakout. We're hitting this area of resistance. We had a nice drop there not so long ago and then right back up. I like that. Pre-market, we've seen better pre-market action. We've definitely seen better volume, but I like the daily a lot on Mara. So we'll keep this one this morning, at least one of them of the several that are on here. We have Raya, we have CAN. Oh, hold on a second. Raya looks even better on pre-market.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raya looks better. We'll put both of them. We'll decide which one we'll keep a little bit later. All right, we'll stop here. I'm just going to check Plug because we do like Plug. It can trade very well. Let's just check what's going on there before we move on to what's gapping down. I like Plug's daily, guys. Good volume right now, breaking out nicely here. Had a nice day yesterday, a nice day a couple of days ago as well. I think Plug is worth taking a second look at. See what's gapping down today. A couple of low floats here. DMAC. This is dropping here, down 25%, 332,000 shares traded. So that's a big drop there. I do like what's going on there. It's a low flow stock though, so again, got to be very careful. We'll add it here. I'm not sure if we'll keep it though, to be honest. IOVA this morning, horrible pre-market action, horrible daily. We'll skip through it quickly. RSLS, again, low flow. We need very good trifecta here. We need good price action. We need a good pre-market action, volume, and well, actually, you don't. The daily could be crappy. It's okay, but this daily. This daily's on another level, guys. This is really bad. So let's skip on that one. Space, I think space is worth watching for a possible continuation, even if it drops.
Just note on that RSLS, it's got an elevated short float. I think it's, hang on. One second. Where am I? 28% on FinViz. It's not on, we don't have it on TI. So,
yeah, interesting. It's grayed out here. So 27% on that one. That could be interesting because that can generate a short squeeze very, very fast there. Laser this morning, they are down 4%. Daily's okay. Pre-market action is all right. Maybe impossible. We'll take a closer look at it. Let's see if that gets any better. Space we do like, guys. Space is very, very nice this morning. Great volume. I like the daily here coming up against an area of a little bit of support happening that we got yesterday there. A little bit of a bounce. Let's see what's going to happen there. Great volume and really good pre-market action. Very strong the last couple of days. ALF continues to be on our list here. It's been actually very, very strong. And there's a couple of great days in here, guys, where we traded this for a breakout. There was some ABCD patterns, opening range breakups. Again, a lot going on with ALF the last couple of days. Today, they're a little bit quiet. They're down 2%, almost 3%, 224,000. We'll have to see. Let's put it in. ALF is a low flow stock. A lot of low flows today. We'll put that on there as well. We'll fine tune that very nicely this morning. If you're new to the channel, guys, or a new member in the community, this is our main watch list. This is our possible that we want to take a second look at, and this is just the low flow stuff that we want to be very, very careful with, right? So that's how we split our group there. And I think we'll stop here, guys. Norm, anything you like this morning?
yeah, I've got, two for you. I've got one specific ticker, Facebook, FB, huge court stuff yesterday that you can see popped them up big time. Antitrust cases and such that they're essentially won, essentially we'll call it. And then, actually, and then banks. Banks many of the banks announced that they are going to have increased dividends, some quite substantially. I reluctantly bring up banks because, frankly, I hate trading them. They usually trade like garbage. But with that news, they'll probably get some action this morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
So pick your poison on the banks.
Yeah, pick your best one here. I tend to like West Fargo quite a bit, so I'll put West Fargo on here. But Citigroup, I like Citigroup because just the way it is in the daily and the drop we got on Citigroup. So I'm going to put those two on there for now. We'll see which one we keep and we move up to our main list here. So we'll see how that develops.
And then the other thing I got to suggest is SoFi, SOFI. They've got a very large short float. I think it's 40 some odd percent. 47% on FinViz. You've got Wall Street Bets talking about them. They're in the financial sector, so they'll get a little bit of boost from banks. Wouldn't surprise me to see them try to squeeze it.
Yep, yeah, and the volume is there, guys. 1.8 million already in the pre-market. Yeah, we'll definitely keep that one on deck. I was going to mention also about the banks, guys. Keep in mind, they're not going to have a great pre-market action. They usually do not, sitting on the New York Stock Exchange, but they can get very active with news at the market open. So we'll keep an eye on those too. All right, guys, let's take it to the room. Let's see what we have here. We'll start with Jarvis. Jarvis, you were giving us fuel cell this morning. Let's take a look here. Fuel cell right now. Daily looks interesting. We're wrapping our stuff around this. Well, not wrapping, but we kind of got a consolidation happening here back and forth between 888 and 946. Possible breakout. I do like what I'm seeing there. We're above some. We're not above, but we're slamming up against this area of resistance at around 946, 950. That could be interesting. I think it can be definitely some of the stuff we have on our possibles list. So we'll throw that on there. Heading down, we do have DP. Yeah, CAN. We got CAN. We got Mara. They're all looking good. I like Riot, to be honest. I think Riot has a nice pre-market action. Has a nice daily. CAN tends to not get the best volume at times, so just be mindful of that. I'm going to keep Mara and Riot on. I'll probably drop one and keep Riot the way it looks at the moment. MRIN, we do have, guys, is a low flow that's down here. We have a lot of low flow, so let me just delete and scroll this up. It's down here already, so we do have that one. Neo, so David from Connecticut is giving us, oh, I missed a few, hold on. Excellent. We traded this some time ago. Well, I didn't, Andrew did. This one this morning up 51%, 27 million. What is the float on this? I don't think it's a low float too, if I remember correctly. Oh no, it is a low float. Yeah, it is a low float. 11.8 actually. So low flow stock here, also looking good, guys. Again, just a lot of low floats this morning. We'll put that on there. We'll take a look at it later down the line. Next we have Neo from David from Connecticut, our buddy there. Neo this morning pretty much flat right now. Had a big day yesterday though. Could be interesting today for a possible continuation. So I see what we're looking at now. 651,000 shares trade. Look at this nice breakout yesterday on Neo. So I remember someone calling it out in the chat room as well. Or was it Brian? I forgot who called it out, but Neo. It might have been Brian when he was trading live. So Neo is good there. Let's look at Wish plug we have on deck. Wish this morning. Wish could be very active, guys, but lately it's been difficult to trade, man. It's been so erratic and just very pop and drop type thing. So I don't know. I'm not gonna put it on deck today. But we know this ticker could be explosive. If you guys see something nice, just call it out. mRNA, I see a lot of you guys throwing this one out. mRNA's daily looks amazing. They still have not been able to break out from this level of resistance we're getting there. We saw that a couple of weeks ago. And now the last several days is again slamming up against that. Volume is very light. I think eventually we're gonna break here one way or the other, hopefully towards the top, because that will create a nice squeeze if anybody's short on this thing. And also you have a less resistance towards the top there if you can break out that way. But just the volume is very light right now, guys. So I'm gonna keep it off my list for the moment. CCL was great yesterday. What is CCL doing today? Oh yeah, CCL is good, guys. We have a nice pre-market action this morning, 843. We'll add CCL here. All right, we might have to stop pretty soon here. This list is getting very long. Not a lot looks great, but a lot that we're going to take off and clean up here. So we'll stop here. Let's look over on YouTube, guys. What do you guys have this morning? XPO, we haven't looked at that one. I saw that one on both chats. This one doesn't trade all that well, guys. I don't like the way it trades. It's very difficult to manage your risk. The spread at times can be very bad. And just look at the daily on this thing.
They did have earnings as a catalyst. However, I do agree with you. I have traded in this in the past, and it was very difficult.
Yeah. If they have earnings, that could be the difference maker for them today. They normally do not get a whole lot of volume, guys. Even on earnings, they just don't, right? So just be careful. I'm not gonna add it. I think we have better stuff on our list. Today, can it trade very well? Can you get a beautiful drop here? The daily looks interesting, slamming up against this area of resistance that can now become support. If we drop that, maybe the next area down here, and it could move. Or look at some of these candles, right? They're very wide candles, but just this is what I don't like about it, the volume, right? So you're moving, this is a $10 candle here with less than 1 million shares traded, right? So I don't like that. That's not good. All right, so XPO, no good for me at the moment. I see Tesla being thrown out quite a bit here. Let's take a look at Tesla this morning. They are beautiful consolidation, guys, on the daily. Again, I think they could be in play today. I'm going to add them down here. We'll see how that looks in a second. All right, Neo, we have, what else? We have Beam. Is that a ticker? Beam? No,
yeah, but it has no volume and no gap.
MMAT. I'm going to wait for MMAT to settle down a little bit, guys. Create some daily candles here. This is the old TRCH. Can be very explosive, but I'm just going to wait to trade this into things kind of look a little bit better there. Facebook, we do have on deck, as Norm mentioned, they got a good they got a catalyst. I don't know if it's good or bad, but they got a catalyst this morning.
That's a great catalyst. I think Facebook should be in play for a few days.
Yep, I agree that yesterday was amazing. LI's pre-market action doesn't look good, guys. Just very, very choppy this morning. Now, their daily somehow, even with this horrible pre-market action, can trade very well, as you can see here. So if you like trading LI, you keep it on your list. I normally do not. ISPC, no good, no volume there. Let's see, BA was nice yesterday, I believe. So today, possible continuation on BA, guys. So we're getting a little bit of a pop here, up 1.1, 337,000. And BA can trade very, very well. So I'm going to make room for BA. I know it's a lot on here, but I'd rather watch BA than some of the other stuff I already put on this list. So All right, guys, let's stop here. Let's go over to announcements. We'll come back and fine tune this list. But before we do so, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Brian and Andrew are going to trade live today. So we will definitely would like to see those likes pop up a little bit as we get them going this morning. So funny. I'll tell you a story, and probably Brian's going to kill me for this. So Brian turns on the camera yesterday, Norm, right here. And we can vMix in our production software. When you turn on the camera, we can see it.
Yeah.
But
Brian doesn't realize that because it's not in the room yet.
Yeah, I didn't transmit it to the room yet. So he turns on the camera, he has his headphones on, and I go, Brian, I can see you. He's there with no shirt. just relax. I'm like, buddy.
In his defense, it was like Death Valley temperatures up there. So
he did explain how hot it was, and also I'm not sure if you guys saw Andrew's recap yesterday. So he passed out as well from it could have been from he doesn't know what. So it's just be careful out there, guys. It's just madness. All right, let's get over to our community events, and we'll come back and fine tune this list.
all right. Sorry,
And actually, I want to add here. Next week is Andrew. He is doing decision making in trading, right? So we're gonna talk about decision making and how important that is. So that will be for next week.
All right. Well, that'll be Andrew next week. I guess live from Peru. Anyway, so tonight is 5 p.m. Note that at special time, Eamon's going to be talking about lessons being learned from his best and worst trades. So important. And then tomorrow night, 8 p.m., Mike will be doing Mod 5, mental resilience in trading, so important. And then next week, Dr. Reed, the wisdom of Mark Douglas. Really just amazing. If you haven't read Mark Douglas, I know most people in the room have. If you're newer, you look at some of Mark Douglas's books, just really phenomenal. You don't even have to buy them. He's got seminars on YouTube that he did in the past that are still up. So if you want to participate in the member trade of the day, trade of the week, take a screenshot of your best trade of the day with entries and exits, and then add any commentary you can to describe the trade. Post it on Twitter, tagging at Bearable Traders, at MikeB_BBT, and at NormBBT. Also use the hashtags BBT Family. Day Trading Stock Market will announce the winner for each day in the afternoon. And then the team votes on all the trades of the day over the weekend, and we'll announce the trade of the week on Monday. Meetup this Saturday, New York, Thor's 40th birthday. Wow, that's hard to say, for me at least this morning. Andrew, Carlos, Mike, Kyle, and of course Thor will be there, and I think we've got 100 RSVPs at least. So I'm sorry I can't make it, but I hope you guys have a wonderful time. And then, as I mentioned, next Monday, Lima, Peru. Check the forums for that one. If you're watching on YouTube, haven't been in the chat, use the promo code premarket24. You did get a discount off the trial membership, which is 7 calendar days, 5 trading days, unless there's a market holiday, which there is next Monday. Doesn't auto-renew or turn into any other kind of membership. You actively have to go in and select a membership. And then it also gives you access to the Monday Night Live onboarding and tech classes. Also use the promo code Fireworks40 to get 40% off the annual Elite membership.
All right, excellent, guys. Okay, let's get to it. Let's fine-tune this amazing long list that we have here. I'm not sure if it's too amazing, but it's definitely long. Here's Mara, guys. So Mara and Rye, I'm going to keep only one. I think Rye is the one today. They're looking very, very good this morning. So let's get rid of Mara. You can watch either one. They're both great. But, you know, if I want to be picky and make some room, I think Rye has got a slightly better pre-market action. Their daily is pretty much the same on both sides. So don't have to do too much there. Here is Plug this morning. Plug also looking good, guys. I do like the daily on here. I'm going to keep this one. I think Space is great. It's been trading very, very well over the last couple of days. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Facebook is good, has a nice pop here, possible continuation today, did very well yesterday. SoFi already starting to see an increase in volume here in the last couple of minutes. 2 million shares traded. I like this one. NEO, so far we're batting pretty good on this average here. So far NEO 700,000 is okay, not great, is okay. I do like CCL today though. I do like CCL this morning. So not a lot that we removed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll keep those. We can do levels. What time is it? 9:04. we can do levels for all of those there. Let's see if there's anything in our secondary list that looks better that we might replace something at the top with. The banks I'm going to keep down here because I think the banks are you're not going to see anything too explosive in the pre-market. We'll have to wait for the market open to get that going. So I'm going to just I'll keep West Fargo. Let's get rid of Citigroup. We'll keep West Fargo. Here's Laser. Laser could be interesting. We do have a nice little drop here. If we lose some levels, it could be okay. We do have shares for short down 4%, but I think it belongs here on a secondary list. CERE. This one, it could be exciting. What's the float on this? Let's remind ourselves here. CERE. 37 million. They do have 2.4 right now. Their daily is horrible, but they are getting a nice pop this morning. So might be worth taking a second look at here, keeping in our possibles. DBGI. I'm on the fence on this one, guys. I think I'm gonna remove it. I don't like the daily as much. Pre-markets it is active, but it's just I'm gonna remove it. Fuel cell this morning. I think this can be explosive. It can trade very well. Up 2.2 right now. I do like the pre-market action, and I love their daily as well. We're again just stuck between this consolidation area. We're slamming up against the top of that. If we can break out 987, could be nice. And again, I like this one because it can trade very, very clean. Tesla this morning. I think I'm going to remove Tesla today. We have Neo up here. I remove Tesla. I think it could be nice here. We're just again. If it was up against this 692, right, slamming up here for possible breakout or down here, maybe I'll keep it on here, but it's not quite doing that yet. Volume is good though. It can get better, but I think we'll have to wait for this one to hit the scanners. BA on the other hand, again, I think it has a great pre-market action for BA. 350,000 shares traded, up 1%. It's actually pretty good for BA. They don't move a whole lot of units in the pre-market, so we'll keep it on here. But if it looks very similar to Tesla, right? We're not really breaking out of this candle one way or the other. We're kind of stuck in the middle here. So we'll see what happens. All right, here's our low flows for today, guys. We have, let's pick the best one. That one's 30 million, up 40%. Al's not looking all that hot this morning, so let's get rid of Al for now. DMAC today. DMAC is dropping here. I prefer for low flows to be, strong. This one is down 25%. Could be interesting. Or if it's on fire, definitely going to keep that one. MRIN, I think, is good. I think those two are the ones we're going to go with. And AUDD, I think I'm just gonna keep two, and the two best ones that I think, in my opinion, is MRIN. This looks very active right now, 13 million, up 26%, and definitely Orf is on fire right now, up 17%. So I think between those two, I think we're pretty good. Let's get rid of the other ones. XELE could be very nice. This one could turn out to be something. So let's keep it on here for now. Let's keep those three. All right, let's do levels, guys, for the top 7 that we have on our list this morning. Not bad for a Tuesday. Is it Tuesday today? Yeah, not bad for a Tuesday. Here is 37.90, gray area of resistance on the high of the pre-market there. We see also some resistance happening right over here as well in the most recent area when we were up here. Above that, we do have 38.93. Let's throw a level there. And slightly above that, guys, I like this area here too, right? So you got this 40.15. A lot of touches on here. I think every day opened up or closed right at 40.15. So you got a lot of touches on there. We definitely want to add that to the list. So we got two good levels towards the top there. Towards the bottom, guys, previous day close. Highs and lows from the last 2 trading days are taking care of you there. You do have a nice big gap here. So what you want to do, maybe find a midpoint. I think this one is nice, 35.02. You do have a couple of days opening, closing, and you have this wick kind of slamming up against that. So in case we do drop down from the previous day close, you have a midpoint level there that you can aim for. I think that's pretty decent there. Here's Plug this morning. They are looking real nice, guys. Very active. High of the pre-market at the moment, 35.25. We'll slam a level there. And then slightly above that, we'll slam another level here at 37.57. Great area of resistance and support. And then one more above that, just in case we really get things going here, 39.54. It's a good one there. Now, towards the bottom, guys, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days, previous day close, are doing an amazing job there, taking care of you as far as levels. Space this morning, also very active, guys. I like the daily on this one. We're slowly trying to hold this low from yesterday. If we lose that, we do have some room to run here, so that'll be nice. We do have shares for short. Let's see how many. 1.7 million, so that's more than enough for us to play with. That's good. So we'll keep that on there. That's looking pretty nice this morning. As far as levels, I think we're pretty much set. Let's go to the left here. Let's get something towards the top, just in case this thing does change direction. 60.56, and obviously, I think this is their all-time high, right? 62.74. I believe it is. Yep, so 62.74 all-time high. We'll mark down 60.56 as well. And then below, look at the price right now hanging out right on this low of the pre-market. I believe this is just hanging out right on there. That's also been an area of a lot of support as well and resistance, right? So you see that level there. So slightly below that, we do have another level right on here with a couple of touches, 50.27, just in case we were to lose that level. And then below that, we got some more highs and lows from the last 2 trading days. So that is space. I think it looks pretty good here, guys. I think it's very active, almost 1 million shares traded, down 4%, and we can play this one both ways, so that is pretty good. Here is Facebook. Again, their pre-market action, not all that exciting right now, but I think Facebook has some amazing news, so obviously this can trade very well. Low of the pre-market, 354. 79.75 to be exact. You can mark that there. And then the high of the pre-market at 357.54. Heading over to the left, are we at all-time highs on Facebook? I believe we are. Yeah, so there's no other levels up here, guys. This is all we have right now. Below that, we do have the highs and lows from the last 2 trading days, and that's pretty much it. Here's SoFi. SoFi this morning, high of the pre-market 20.57, trying to make its way up there. We're seeing some good volume at the moment on it. Slightly above that, guys, we do have another level at 21.59. That one there, and all the way up here also at 22.84. So a couple of levels towards the top there. Towards the bottom, you're pretty much covered. The only thing I'm going to mark down here is the low of the pre-market at 19.53, and you're pretty much set there as far as levels. And again, this looks very good. It's been very active, and as Norm mentioned, this one has a very high short interest, so that could be a good potential for a squeeze that can get some good momentum. Here's NEO. NEO, big day yesterday. Low of the pre-market is sitting at 48.90, so we'll put a level there on the low of the pre-market. Towards the top, you do have the highs and lows from the last 2 trading days, and down here as well, so you're pretty much set. In between here, after such a big run up yesterday, you do have 48.26. I'm going to mark that, and then down here you have another level as well at 46.95. So we can put that on there. This is an area we haven't been in since February, looks like, towards the top at least. So right over here we have towards the top 51.82. And then slightly above that, just in case we do run, oh, this is a good level here, 54.40, guys. Look at the area of support you're getting there, the resistance you're seeing there as well. That is looking very nice for NEO. So NEO looks okay. I wish they will have more volume. I do like their daily quite a bit here. I like the fact that they have not dropped all the way down here. They're kind of just hanging around here, close to the highs of yesterday. So hopefully that can create a potential breakout here on NEO this morning. Here's CCL, guys. CCL very active, almost 1 million shares traded at the moment. Low of the let's remove some of these levels here. Low of the pre-market, we have 25.68. Above the high of the pre-market, pretty much the previous day close line. If you want to get fancy, you can mark down 26.22. I don't think you need to. I think the previous day close line is the one you need to really focus on. Slightly above that, great level of support right on here, guys. So you can see the support happening right on there. Here over and over again at 26.91. More support there and a little bit of resistance right on here as well. So that's looking pretty good there for CCL. I do like the volume this morning on it. Let's see if that can create something for us today. All right, that is what we have. Let's take a look at our moderators lineup. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's resize this. Let's stop the video so no mirror effect. Let's bring this right on down. Here we go. See what our moderators like this morning, guys. If you have not done so already, please slam that thumbs up button on YouTube. It helps us out a whole lot. Those 2 seconds that you, from you support the channel greatly. So highly appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. All right, let's take a look over at our moderators lineup, starting with John. John is looking at Facebook and Coin for high of day breakout. Peter is looking at BTTR. DDL, I'm sorry, no, he's not looking at those. These are IPOs. and go buy. So he's looking at that as well. Mike is looking at higher data scanners of Facebook, Nvidia, and Coin. We'll look at Coin because I see Mike and John both looking at Coin. We'll see what's going on there. Watches for Peter: AMD, AMC, Facebook secondary list, CERE, MRIN, SoFi, and CCL. And then Thor is looking at Facebook, CCL, SoFi, Neo secondary list, Plug, Nike, and AMC. Dima is looking at Plug, Fuel Cell, Neo, and Apple. Tiffany, Plug, Facebook, and SoFi this morning. Jared is looking at the BTC stocks. Again, they are in play, guys. I do like Riot this morning, but you can look at Mara, CAN, and the rest of them as well. Low flow stocks for today, ORF and MRIN, both very, very hot this morning, guys. Looking very, very good. Here we have AMC, and he's also looking at the banks. Morgan Stanley, best in the PM this morning, and mRNA. Brian is looking at Workhorse, Riot, MRIN, ORF, and also SoFi today on his list. Two of those low flow stocks, guys, MRIN and on ORF are low flow stocks. Again, really nice. ORF looks like it wants to break out here of the pre-market highs, looking good. Volume is coming in there. That is turning out to be very nice. And MRIN, again, trying to hold here. It is up 23%. It has dropped quite a bit since it opened up at 4 a.m. this morning, but we'll see. We'll see. This could be very, very explosive, as we know. All right, that is what we have, guys. So I think we have a pretty decent list today. There's a lot moving that looks pretty nice. Coming up next, we have Brian and Andrew trading live. So they'll talk about what they like on their list, and we will go from there. So I'll just wait for them to hop on over. We'll transition over to them. So do not leave as we get that going this morning. And we'll see here. Get our buddy Brian coming up here. So wow, what a crazy story from Norm, guys. So it's just great to hear that everything turned out amazing there. All right, what else do we have here? Space, yes, Space is great. Facebook is good. Workhorse, let's look at Workhorse. Look at Workhorse here, guys. Workhorse starting to get going. All right, good morning, Brian. Let me turn your mic on over here. One sec. Hey, Brian, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
I see you have your shirt on.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I know.
it's still just as hot, but
it's insane.
Yeah.
It's been pretty hot and crazy in here as over here as well. It's just the humidity. Nowhere near what's happening over there, though. All right, so Workhorse, guys, getting very active this morning. I think we can possibly add this as a possible here. Possibly add this as a possible. Jeez. All right, there we go. All right, Brian, you want to talk over your list, and what do you like this morning?
There's lots to watch. The screen, what I'm looking at right now, we're pretty split on the big watch list, red and green. But nothing's really standing out here as moving a lot on the big watch list. Facebook had a big day yesterday on that news, of course, and with their, I guess, the Justice Department or whatever, their antitrust thing. SoFi is going, ORF is going. Yeah, so there's lots to watch here. Lots of possible opportunities here. It's still a little early. I'm just going to wait. I'll wait a bit before kind of lock in this watch list here. Yeah, I'm thinking about Space as a rising devil. It is down. It is trading just below the VWAP. So it does look possible rising devil trade. We do have shares for short. Amir trading ORF already in the pre-market. Nice. Nice. So things pulling back a little bit right now. SoFi still looks strong. SoFi looks like it's really going to be in play here. I'm holding some Viacom from yesterday. Yeah, I'd be looking for SoFi maybe to do a bit of a pullback at the open and then move higher. Okay, so right now I'm narrowing my list down here. Workhorse, Space, ORF, and SoFi look interesting. Jared's going to watch AMC again. I know you were trading AMC yesterday. Had a pretty good run on that. AMC is probably going to be in play for the rest of the year. Oh, what did I tell you about NVIDIA? I think it hit 800 yesterday. I was kind of expecting it. I didn't think it was going to hit 800 yesterday. Thought maybe today. But I knew it. Yeah, I'm looking at Space. Space is really starting to break down here a bit. So it's looking like a pretty decent, maybe rising devil trade. I'm not sure if how much of the shorts have covered. I know it had a pretty significant short interest. Spread is can be nasty. Yeah, well, we've still got we've got a couple weeks before NVIDIA trade split. So yeah, probably got some time here. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, everybody.
SPY is breaking out here.
Yeah, IWM is up a little bit. Sophie, what's the story of Sophie?
I'm not sure what it's trading. I know it's been in play. I know I was looking at it kind of a little while ago as a possible bounce trade. I think I looked at it on the weekend, but
Well, I really like AMC for on the daily chart. Potential move towards 60. Sophie,
yeah, AMC.
Sophie.
Yeah, I'm liking Sophie and I'm liking Orf. Workhorse kind of looks interesting. Space for a Rising Devil. Yeah, it's been coming up. I know on the that watch list for Wall Street bets. Workhorse is there too. That's why I think Workhorse may be moving.
Yeah,
Qs
Workhorse
are
is also
breaking out.
interesting.
Just going to grab some Wata.
What?
Yeah, so SoFi is breaking out here. Or I should yeah. Ooh, Sophie. Okay.
Oh, Sophie, it's a brokerage firm in San Francisco with Chamat involved. Chamat. Yeah, hopefully it trades well. Space was down 4% today, 5%. Or MRIN, what's that one up to? Yeah, MRIN is also really interesting. What's the float on MRIN? Do you know, guys? $9 million, so good. So I think my watch, this is going to be AMC, Sophie, Orf, Workhorse, Space, and MRIN. Although you got to be really careful about the lower price and lower float stocks. Interesting. AMC potential breakout towards 60. Opening range breakups. Sophie is a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit extended, but we'll see how it goes. Orf has a really crazy day. Now it's potential breakout toward 9 and 10. CCIV is not active, so we delete CCIV. Space is weak. What about
Qs
Neo?
Yeah, the Qs are going up.
PLTR is nothing.
Okay, we got 2 minutes to the open. Yeah, AMC looks kind of interesting.
AMC is acting good, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to watch Workhorse, although it's pulling back now. Space for Rising Devil. Orf, Sophie, AMC.
I really like AMC. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy at the open. Sophie is a little bit extended. That's the only issue that I have. But it looks a good candidate for a long. Yeah, the only problem with Sophie is it's a little bit extended. It looks potential. So Sophie was 9 million shares float. We have shares for short too. No, actually, Sophie is 463 million. So Sophie is just a half a million. Yeah, that's why we have so much shares for short. We are in YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube guys. MRIN float is 9 million, Randy.
Yeah, I
Randy
know.
Hertz. Randy Hertz. If you can, guys, like
Oh, yeah.
and subscribe for us, that would be really nice, guys. Do you think we can get to 400 likes in YouTube? We have 30 seconds.
Oh,
That would be nice.
plug is interesting. I'm not. Yeah, MRN. CCL is looking like it's going to pop up too here.
Which one?
CCL, and there's a lot of stuff that's looking interesting this morning. Too much to watch.
All right. So
Okay,
Sophie,
here we go.
SOFI technology. So, the volume is really nice on it. Don't move too fast, too much. Hate that. Yeah. SOFI is really in play. I like that. AMC could be in play too if it holds the VWAP. No, don't go too far.
Yeah, I'm long some Sophie through 24 here.
Yeah, big
some
ask at
space.
21. It's gonna go through 21, but hopefully we get a better entry.
I'm
AMC
short space
is good.
too.
AMC is good.
Just covered some space at 88.
I'm taking a long on AMC at 59.10. I just waited. I just didn't wait for the first minute. Adding a little more on it. I get a little bit of
Right.
late feels.
Here we go. Just covering some more space here at 55.
MRIN is popping up too. So if you could, I'm long at AMC at 59.40. Let's get that big pop on it. Hopefully, looks strong.
Getting out of Sophie. It's that backup break even there.
Yeah.
Still short some space. Ooh. Just watch Sophie. It might see what it does.
Still looking at
Definitely pull back.
AMC. Still looking at AMC. See, okay,
There you go.
AMC, nice. Sold some at 60. Come on, if we hold it, it's gonna go up. I'm still long AMC at 59.52. $60.60. Come on, long AMC. Yeah, look at that. Sold a little more at 60.28.
Just watching Orf as well here. Long Orf. It's breaking out.
Oh yeah, Orf is definitely long, guys. Orf is a good one. AMC is a little bit weak up there, but Orf is.
Here we go.
Orf is gonna go
Selling
through
9. Selling a bit here. 876. AMC's going, eh?
Yeah.
Ooh, getting pulled back now on Orf.
MRIN is also MRIN is squeezing. Damn it! MRIN was a really nice. Fuck, it's gonna go to 10. Let's get a pullback if you can get in there. I'm getting some long on MRIN too. 977 and this pullback. Let's see if you can go toward 10.
Selling some more Orf here just because it's didn't like that there was no follow through on it. There we go. All right, now we're getting just when I sold, of course.
I'm
Covered
some long on
some
MRIN at 960.
Space is putting up a fight. Doesn't want to flush quite yet.
Adding some long on MRIN. See if you can go toward 10. I'm long MRIN, guys, at 960. We might go toward 10.
Just still long here, so Orf. Let's see if we can push now. If it.
Damn it, MRIN.
I'm getting out of Orf. I don't like the. It's not going. It probably is going to go. I'm out of space too. It just back at my break even. It's kind of choppy open here. I think Orf's going to go.
AMC is to 61.
So I'm
Orf
back
is
in it.
nice to. Fuck this.
It's just there we go.
I'm getting out of MRIN. This thing never didn't get the pullback on it. Fuck. AMC is gonna go up. Yeah, I gotta stop down on MRIN, guys. That was a bad loss on it. Space is coming back up, huh? What's that one?
Yeah, it's squeezing people. The problem with
Yeah.
space is it's there's a pretty heavy short interest, I think. I hate the way Orf is trading. That's
You
what I
want to
was
see
worried about.
garbage? Take a look at the MRIN.
Oh yeah, that was a big drop.
Yeah, and I wasn't there, unfortunately. AMC was nice. Let's see what AMC is doing. Space.
Yeah, Orf is a dog's breakfast right now. AMC, things are getting pretty choppy. Workhorse really pulled back here to the 50. SoFi doing nothing, just hanging around the VWAP.
SoFi also rejected really bad, yeah. So I'm still long a little bit AMC. Still long a little bit AMC.
I'm shorted Orf. Oh, good. Nice. Just covering that.
Yeah, Orf could be a short.
Yeah, I'm short from 848. Oh, nice. Covering some here. This is yesterday's high. You gotta be fast. Space is looking like it's gonna squeeze people.
Yeah. I'm taking a little bit short on Orf with you. Just wanted to see at 835.
It's bounced off yesterday's high. I don't trust it now.
Yeah. Q's are running up.
Yeah, Q's pulled back and then popped again. Almost feels like
I'm all
Orf is
out on
gonna
AMC
squeeze.
at break-even point.
Almost, yeah.
See what Orf is doing.
Yeah, if it gets back to the VWAP, I'm gonna bail on the rest. Doesn't feel like it wants to drop.
No, I don't, and I don't see a big bid or anything in there. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reducing my share size on it a little bit because I just don't want to have a big position on it. So AMC is doing some stuff. MRIN. What was the float on MRIN? Was it 9 million? Oh,
Nine something.
Yeah, had a bad loss on it. So, oh, there you go. It's going down.
Yeah.
See if you can break down. So there is a big bid at 820.
This is this previous day low right here, yesterday's high right here.
Yeah.
It's trying to hold.
Guys, we need one like to get to 400 on YouTube. Are you serious? One, we are 399. Just one like. Can you? There you go. Thank you. Right. So let's see if there's big bid at 820. That's a very, very sign. So let's see if you can get
Yeah,
there.
let's see it. Break it. Yeah, break it. There we go. Nice. Nice. Just covering some here.
Covered some here as well.
Yeah.
810.
Ooh. That calls for a drink.
Tequila drink or water drink?
Just water. But it's
Coin.
see if we can lose 8 here. Big bid at 8.
So these beads, guys, are very signed somehow. Orpha, what is Sophie? Sophie, it's surprisingly that Sophie didn't get any.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it's
activity.
just summer doldrums, maybe. I don't know. AMC's popping back up a bit.
AMC just wanted to stop me out. Piece of garbage. Space is a little bit weird. MRIN popping a little bit.
Sophie's breaking down too.
Orph is bouncing back, huh?
Shoot, I was going to short that. I don't know. Just thinking about it anyway. Too late now. All the indexes are in the green.
MRIN is struggling a little bit at night. Potential reversal on it. Just want to see the volume, how it does. Still short on Orph. Maybe just covering a little bit here. I don't know if... I'm taking a long on MRIN at 880. See if you can get a pop. To be honest with you, MRIN is a little bit jerk, so I'm not 100% sure if it's a good trade or not. Yeah, it is a jerk. I'm getting out of MRIN. It's just a jerk. Orph is also bouncing back.
Yeah,
Covering all of the
just
Orph.
watching it.
Try to break the points.
Yeah, again,
Yeah,
if it
I'm
gets
all out
above
on-
the VWAP on Orph, I'll bail on it. I'm looking at space. I've shorted space again. Here we go. Just was trying to bounce.
So I didn't have a good day so far. I mean, my loss on MRIN was really bad. So I had a really, really good day on AMC at ORF, but my loss on MRIN was really bad. I just got stopped out really bad on it. It's lower price stocks and lower float stocks are really not my ball. So at 970, this was a really nice squeeze, but that drop was really bad on it. So I got a bad loss, and I take another reversal on it. It just doesn't work. That piece of garbage. I was really expecting this one goes through the 10. The squeeze was amazing. I'm surprised that didn't get the follow through.
Yeah, no follow. There wasn't a lot of follow through on a lot of these stocks.
Yeah. So I'm down
you know,
like 4,600. Although AMC and ORF was really nice, just this MRIN loss was really bad. I mean,
just waiting for space to lose it here. See if it goes lower. Want to see a flush. It has lost the VWAP.
well, for who? ORF?
Space. I'm short space
Space,
right
yeah.
now at 52.73.
This MRIN looks like it wants to really pop. So taking a long on MRIN. Looks like it really wants to pop. Maybe this time. No, that was.
Here we go. Here we go. Nice. Just covering some here.
I'm
52.
getting out of MRIN. Fuck, that
50,
is a
50.
piece of garbage.
52.27 covered.
Did you see what happened? They brought it up and
Yeah.
then they dumped it. This
Yeah.
volume.
Yeah. I hate trading these as second day. They tend to
Yeah.
be.
Was it? Is it the second day activity for it?
Yeah. Emran was on my watch list yesterday.
Yeah. No, I just got crucified on it.
All right. Space. Let's see if we can get back down to 52.
I'll stick to my own AMC and stuff. Space out, nice short AMC.
Here we go. Covering some here, 52.
AUDD. What's that one up to? Oh, it got halted. Oh, that's a good one.
Peter's AMD is popping up on the screen here. He must be long. Etsy popped. Etsy had a huge day yesterday. Okay, I'm just covering some more. I'm out of space. Out of
It's
space.
a nice short on it. That was a nice short in space.
Yeah. I kind of felt like that was a big squeeze right at the after that first drop at the open. But it's right at S2 and the previous. What level is that? Yeah, I'm all out of space. Out of space. Yep. Yeah, ORF.
Let's see what AU. What's the float on the AUUD? $8 million shares, huh? 644.
Paused. Yes. All right. Okay, well, I'm flat on everything right now. No positions.
Yes, well, Brian.
Choking on my water here. All right, so AUD opens at 9:44, 9:49, I should say.
AUDD, yeah. So just gonna
Okay,
see.
so it's going to another 30 seconds. It'll be open.
Daily chart looks like it. Oh, it's not. It's just all-time high, huh? Let's
Yeah.
see. The high of pre-market is at 9.
Jesse, what did you do? Ooh, nice F cell trade.
It's like it's so fucking crazy,
Beautiful.
huh? I'm getting a long on it at 886. See,
Oh, here
jump
we
on
go.
over 9. Oh, see if you can go
It's
toward
open.
9. I'm long at 888. See if you can get above 9. I'm long at 888. See if you can get toward 9, above 9. Some above 9. Come on.
Sophie is trying to pop up here, but I don't trust it. Workhorse is trying to pop up.
All out of a UUD. Just getting let's get a pullback on it. I'm all out on it. I don't want to. I don't want to get stopped there up in a flush or something. I'm all out on it for now. Let's get a consolidation. If it holds, then
Yeah,
maybe we can
I
jump
think
back in
it's,
there.
yeah. Qs have gone red again. JD is the only Chinese stock that's up right now.
JD.
Yeah, Plug's going. Yeah, there's your pullback on AUD. I don't know if I'm going to play that.
Adida. Let's see. Let's see how the pullback is. Let's see if the volume continues or not.
Wow, that was even bigger volume on that pullback.
Yeah.
2.7 million shares. Plug's really breaking out here.
Yeah, plug was nice. Yeah, I don't want to stay in AUD for now. See what it does. Maybe above 888. You know, it's doing a small consolidation here. Maybe above this 888 can be jumping again. But I don't know if now it's going to go down or it's just going to consolidate. Space is going to go to the low of the day, Brian.
Yeah, it looks like it's. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to hold that level because it held there before. So that's kind of why I bailed on the rest of it. 50-50 from that point.
CRE is interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting. See if AUD is doing a consolidation. Let's see. Getting a long on 870 on it. Small. I'll add more if you really go up to. If you really go up to 888, I might add more. Get a small position on it.
Workhorse and Sophie and are all and Space still is holding that level. That's why I wasn't sure if it was going to break down from there.
AUUD 864. See if you can hold it. Adding a little bit more at 873. But it's still fairly small share size. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, volumes dropped off on it a bit. Let's see if it can make a move back up here.
Yeah, I'm getting out of it. I don't
Yeah,
like
I
it.
know.
I'm getting out of it. Yeah. No, I just yeah, that last two loss on MRIN really killed me. So I don't know if I should just continue struggling or not. I don't know if it's really worth doing anything. CERE is interesting. I think a long on CERE because of Kenneth. See if you can go toward 25. Oh yeah, look at that. See if you can get toward 25. Long CRE. See if you can get toward 25. Above 25, that would be nice.
Wow, that's a big move on CRE.
Yeah, what's the catalyst on it? It's just moving up really crazy, eh?
Yeah, it's a big breakout. Must have been some kind of news on that one.
Schizophrenia drug. All right, so this breakout failed. See what it does. Does it lose this moving average or not? C holding.
Just shorted ORF again. 810.
Still wondering about this CERE. You know, should I hold it or? Yeah, it looks really toppy.
Here we go. Nice flush there on ORF. I'll cover half here at 802. Just because probably going to get a little choppier now. Riot's breaking out. Mara's breaking out. Take it. Bitcoin is.
Bitcoin is up 5%. Yeah. Yeah, this CERE is a little bit worrisome. Might get out of it. Definitely, it's a little bit worrisome. Rejected 25, so. I'm getting out of CRE. Yeah, I gotta stop that on CRE. Let's say, are you doing it? It's coming back up, huh? I think another long on AUUD for 897. Let's see if it this time wants to go through 9. See if it can pop above 9.
Okay, I'm gonna wait here on ORF 780. See if I get a fill there.
AUUD. Isn't that weird that sometimes I press and nothing happens? And do I get rejected my order?
I'm going to cover a little bit more ORF here at 790.
Oh yeah, look at that. So it's getting out. Try to go long if my orders didn't get. This looks like it got rejected. So I'm long AUUD. 920, and my average is at 897.
Oh, nice. It's going to go through 10, eh? Maybe.
No, maybe not.
Ooh. Oh, whoa. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm getting out of it, guys. I
brutal.
fucked up my day. Fuck, man.
What a
I'm gonna
job.
stop trading, man. I just keep losing left and right, left and right. I had a horrible day, man. I just stopped trading this garbage stocks. I just see that's a perfect example of sticking to your own. Yeah, I had a horrible day, guys. I'm just horrible. It's both MRIN and AUDD. These are not my.
Yeah, AUUD has been a bit of a dog's breakfast for sure.
It's just I should really stick to what I really good at trading. It really.
I'm still short some ORF here, so just waiting. This is doing a bit of a consolidation. Got a little extended from the 9 moving average, so I'll stop out of the rest at break even at 810. That's about where the 9 moving average is, and right now it's using the 9 moving average as resistance. So actually, I'm gonna add to my short position here on ORF 807. And I'll stop out of everything at 8010 or at 810 roughly.
How was your day, guys? Not a good day. Certainly not a good day for me as well. AMC. I mean, it was a good day. If I was trading only AMC, I mean, AMC was really nice, really solid opening range breakup. I did, and really solid opening range breakup. And then there was another one that was really good. Which one was that? Orf was really nice. That Brian shorted it. It's not very low float stocks. Just these low float stocks are really getting me destroyed. Really bad day.
Seeing if we can lose here, lose 8 again on ORF. Space is losing it. All right, just gonna cover some ORF again. Yay. Covered some more of that or add. $7.92 seems to be a level that this is the previous low, so okay, I'm out of ORF altogether. Looks like it might have put in a double bottom here. Peter, your AMD keeps popping up on the scanner. Hopefully you're long. Ooh, look at that squeeze on ORF. AMC looks like it might be a short here. And I've had a pretty good day. I don't really want to mess things up too much. MRN. Oh yeah. Don't tell Andrew. It's hasn't been that one hasn't been kind this morning. I'm always a little bit nervous about trading stocks that that already have moved one day. They tend to be they do tend to be a little more erratic. Like it's going to 10 now. MRN, MRIN. Although maybe it won't. Some big asks at 10. Yeah, I don't trust it. The volume really came in on that candle. Lots of volume, like it says 5.7 million shares, 5.5 million shares on that. This is where it drops again. See you, Jared. Have a good one. Did you have a good day? Hopefully you did. Trade. I think you were trading AMC. I know this MRN in trade has been a terrible. Won some, lost some, eh? Yeah. Well, if you look at all the charts on the stocks we were watching, they were all pretty choppy. Sophie was, tried to break out, put in a huge candle, the big wick on it to the downside.
Yeah.
It didn't do much.
MRIN
Space,
is
yeah.
coming back up.
Space was okay.
MRIN is squeezed out.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust it. It seems like it stalled out here once before.
There's a really nice squeeze up there. I just missed it.
Yeah, a lot of volume. Look at the volume on that candle that when it popped through the 9 and through the VWAP. 5.8 million shares?
Yeah. AMC went red for the day.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that. I think I mentioned it was looking like a short.
Just don't want to be in there.
Yeah, I didn't take that. I don't know if anybody else did, but yeah, it was kind
Which one
of
on MRIN?
no AMC.
AMC, huh?
Yeah, you can kind of see on the 2-minute chart it had a big drop and then it popped up, but then it started to roll over again. I know Jared took a trade yesterday where it kind of popped up, pulled back, and then just kind of curled up on the candles. This one was the reverse. It dropped, popped up, and then sort of rolled over again.
Let's see if MRIN
Yeah.
Let's see if MRIN can go toward 10 this time.
Yeah, volume's really dropped off on it. Space. See, look at Space was kind of a dog's breakfast too. I caught that short at the open, but then it squeezed back up again. Really squeezed through the VWAP. But those stocks that are heavily shorted, they'll do that.
Yeah, I'm taking another long on MRIN. I don't know if it's just, this must be my biggest mistake of my life, but yeah. Let's see. See if we can hold this 955.
Need to see more volume come in on it here.
Let's see.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to try.
Just gonna try. Let's see. I might add a little bit above 977. See if it's not one of those failed. Now, sometimes they bring these prices up and then they just dump. They purposely, yeah, I'm getting out of it. They bring the price up and then they just. That was exactly the thing that they did. Exactly the thing that they did. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm gonna cut it a day, guys. I just don't have anything. I just keep over trading. That $4,000 loss turned out to be a much bigger loss for me. Yeah, I'm down really bad. Yeah, it's crazy. I just lost a lot on MRIN. I'm down like 20-60K. Damn, I could buy a house with that. Yeah, I know. It's just I'm just getting in the wrong stock, the wrong entry, and
Yeah, it's always a temptation to try to come back to a stock you're struggling with.
yeah, that's exactly the case. I mean, I could just call it a day on MRIN really, and I'm just not getting the good move on it. AUUD was a really bad one too. Should just stick to my.
Yeah. Back to the trade book.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm not. That's very true. No, I'm not gonna trade today. That's for sure. These stocks like MRIN, I noticed that for years that there are certain traders or certain group of people who are trading it that they do this on purpose. Like, do you see this one when it popped up with volume, came up a little bit and then they dumped 2 million shares? Or even this happened here too. They brought it up a little bit and they suddenly dump. I think they do it. They do it on futures sometimes. They on purpose. The big sellers, they bring the price up a little bit. They buy themselves, like they have 2 million shares. They start buying like a couple of 100,000, and then as soon as the breakout happens and breakout traders are coming, they're dumping. That's very common. Sometimes in the futures, they do it in the lower time of the day. So that apparently was exactly the situation that happened. You're here, 964. Let's see if this time wants to go up to 970. See, again, it comes up, the volume picks up, and then suddenly dump it on this. But let's see if this time wants to go up.
Just maybe I'm going to take a little bit of a long on BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond. Kind of looks like it's trying to put in a bottom here. So I have a tight stop on it. Just because we've got a bottom established here. So, and it's going to be a small size trade because I just don't want to mess up my day now, and it's kind of getting to that time. Where things just flatten out a bit.
MRIN is going 960. Long on MRIN has at 967. See if this time.
Oh, there you go. There's your 10. Yeah, nice. Wow, what a pop. Holy cow. Wow, that was a rocket. Look at it go. Did it get halted?
Got halted. I'm in there. Yes. Over trading works. Only if it works. I got in there.
Only if it works, yeah.
Only if it works. Ah.
Wow, that was an amazing pop.
Bastards. Whoever trades MRIN is a bastard. I'm sorry, Peter. I have to mention that. But eventually they got a squeeze. They got a squeeze.
Yeah.
Heat wave, yeah. Don't overtrade alone. I should put this as the
Don't
BBT
overtrade
spot.
alone. That's funny.
This is not a good example, guys, for you. I mean, this is not a good. I mean, I got lucky here. This one started moving, but this is usually end up in blowing up their account. So I might recover my loss on MRIN because I still have 7,000 shares in it. Got stuck in this pop, but I doubt that I can recover the whole day. But it's just this. So yeah, this is I might recover this loss on it, but it's just I was not a generally good day. I mean, if I close the day with $5,000-6,000 loss, I would be very happy. But 26K loss was painful, man. It's painful. I think it's gonna go up a little bit higher. I mean, it opens up probably higher. How did we do in YouTube, guys? Can we have 500 likes on YouTube, guys? Now that we're stuck in the halt.
Ching ching.
We need just 10 more likes. Seriously. There you go. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, no, the reason that I'm asking is because the likes and comments and stuff, YouTube likes it, increases the engagement. That's we really appreciate that to get that.
Dang, space is still selling off here. mRNA popping up. Same Nike keeps showing up. Nike's breaking out here. So I've got a stop on. I've got a stop set on BBBY. So I'm just looking for a pop through the VWAP, maybe up to S1 3040. Stop now back at my break even. SPY is doing nothing. It's just hanging right around the VWAP, putting in candles with wicks on either side. The Qs are red on the day.
Anyone is into MRIN halt with me?
Let's see what.
Yes.
So when is it going to come back here? 10, 21, 30? Oh, it should have come back on by now. No, that's 10, 18. So
No,
23.
23.
Yeah, so another 30 seconds roughly.
Getting there. Probably pops up open higher.
Yeah, I'd watch for a pop through 11. And then a pullback maybe.
Maybe consolidation for the next breakout.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not believe me, but I really think I was thinking of buying it on a double bottom here. Eventually popped up. I bought a little bit here, but it's just I was really thinking that this is gonna squeeze. Let's see.
Okay, here it comes. It's going to open. There we go.
Yeah, sold some at 11. Let's see.
There we go. It's trying. Watch out for the flush here.
So holding a little bit, see if you can go toward 18. Maybe we can get a consolidation. Adding a little bit more here for 11. Yeah, I'm still holding some for 11.
I don't want
See
to
if
watch
we
it.
pop above 11. You
If I
don't want to
watch
watch
it,
it?
yeah. If I watch it, I'd be tempted to jump
Yeah.
into it. I don't want to jump into it now. I'll just watch my BBBY trade.
See if you can go through 11. I think you can pop above 11. Getting ready for sell above 11. Come on, you can do it. Maybe not. Getting out a little bit more. Let's see if you can get a nice consolidation here.
Getting some decent volume on it.
Yeah, if the volume continues. I mean, a consolidation here is okay. Adding a little bit more here at 1090. Yeah, this 11 definitely is like a wall. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I sold some at 1020. Yeah, look at that. Yeah,
Nice.
here we go. 1140. Nice. Here we go. Yes, over
It's
trading
gonna go
works
maybe
only
12, eh?
yeah, it did almost pre 12. I'm almost out of it. This is a short squeeze. This is someone, really getting really squeezed, really, really bad. How is YouTube people doing? Let's see. Let's see if you can hold this pullback. It might be done. I have only 1,000 share left. Sir. This one was garbage. Let's see if this consolidation works for the next 12. Adding a little bit here at 1126, not too much. I don't want to add too much here. Might be done.
Mm.
I'm getting out of it completely. I'm getting out of it. It might go up, but I'm just getting out of it completely. I don't want to be greedy. I'm done. It might go back up to 12, but I just
Greed is good.
No, it's not. No. No, it's not. No.
Yeah. Who was that? Yeah, what was that movie called with Michael Douglas? Space popping back
Jake,
up here. Yeah, Wall Street. Yeah. The Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, Gecko, that's right. Brian Gecko.
See, Brian, if I wasn't there now, I would have put
Yeah,
just dropped 1 point on me. No,
I
greed is not
should.
good. We have shares for sure too. Oh, we have
On
shares for sure
Emrin?
too as well.
Don't
Interesting. Yeah.
know. Do we?
Yeah, it seems that we do.
Yeah, 80,000. You're right.
Yeah, I didn't get filled on it though.
What does the T mean? I can't
T
remember.
means it's all paused, halted one time already.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, right. That's right.
If you hadn't revenge trade Marine, you would be red today. Well, I'm still red today, but at least I'm a solid. AUUD and CRE I lost, but I made my loss back on MRIN. I'm still there, but this one I can live with it. The 6200s I can live with it, but 2600, oh my god, no, that was not really a trade that I wanted to survive. It would have been ruined my mentality. Um, Yeah, I'm kind of done with it. I tried to short MRI and I didn't get filled in it. I tried to go short on it, but it's just I didn't get filled. Yeah, I don't want to get filled now. So yeah, it seems that it's a little bit weird getting filled on short on it.
Yeah, volume's continuing to sort of drop off here. SPY is popping up.
AMC
The
popped back up.
Qs are popping up. Or at least they're coming off a bottom, maybe. Yeah, look at that. There's a big drop there. Through the View app. That's a 920 trade.
Which one?
Imran could be a 920
Emran,
trade
huh?
here. Yeah.
Yeah, could you buy here and this? Yeah, it's
Didn't
getting
really
slowly
pull
there
back
now.
to the 20.
People. Yeah, people. I'll be there in Lima, in Peru, on July 5th.
Boy, mRNA keeps popping up here on the
Yeah,
scanner.
mRNA scanner. Yeah.
Yeah, and AMD. Keep thinking about Peter every time I see that.
IWM is going up. TNA. Buying some TNA here just for fun. AMD is also strong, huh? Coin is up.
Yeah.
Facebook is setting off.
Oh, yeah.
MRUN, MRIN.
Had a nice run yesterday.
Yeah, this was a really nice 920 trade on the 1 minute shot, Brian.
Yeah. What was it?
See, this is a really nice bounce from 20
Oh,
moving
yeah.
average.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's struggling at the 9 on the 1 minute.
It's not in play. No volume on it. See,
Yeah. Yeah, the volume's dropped right off on it. Doesn't mean it won't come back up. Just means that it's consolidating right now. Still lots of time in sales. SPY is coming up. Qs are bouncing back. We made a higher low on the Qs on that pullback.
Yeah. So what are you, Brian?
Flat right now, but I'm actually thinking it maybe taking a long on Emran since I missed the last run. The only thing is the volume's
FOMO is
really
real, huh?
draining. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
long.
Brian's FOMO is real,
Sorry,
guys.
I'm long. Yeah, I got long at 55.
Yeah, it's 55. I might trade it for the break of high of the day again. I'll just wait a little bit now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! Gonna sell half. Filled 1080. There's not a lot of volume on this push higher. That's the only thing that concerns me now. Volume starting to come in now. Pick up a bit.
Let's see. I mean, this is one of those areas that it might flush and go anyway. If it comes
Yeah.
above 1140, they might go for the break of
Ah,
12.
here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. 11. Give me 11.
Yeah, there's big ask. AMD is running up. Peter must be really happy, huh?
Well, I don't know if Peter's on.
Oh, Peter is not on today? He's not
I
trading?
don't know. He might be doing
Yeah, I
something.
didn't see
Oh,
that.
here.
Because I didn't get any notification about my F
Ah,
votes.
here we go. Here we go. Filled some. Oh, yes.
Nice, Brian. So I'm just waiting for it. It might go to 12, Brian.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about that. I'm getting out more. 11:10. I'm pretty much all out of it.
No, it's not my phone. It might be Carlos or Peter that's phone is ringing. Well, thank you so much, guys, for staying so far with YouTube with us. Do you think, guys, can we get to 550 likes? Is there anyone in YouTube that hasn't liked us yet? Didn't you like me losing money live?
Live. Yeah. NVIDIA's coming back up here. It's put in a nice sort of head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders pattern on a 1 minute chart. Wow. Wish I'd have noticed that. Actually, it looks like sort of the SPY. It sort of looks like it's trading with the SPY, NVIDIA. Or not the SPY, the QQQs, sorry.
I took a lot. Sajjad Khan is asking how many trades you took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just took 7 trades on MRIN, which is a lot. AMC was only 1 trade. Orf was
Damn.
1 trade. Yeah, I took a lot of trade. That not good. It's one of those days that you can just blame me for so many things: over trading, trading outside of trade book, and I paid the price for it. To be honest with you, I got lucky to come out of this day like minus $6,000. I mean, it was minus $26,000. So, and it's just
Look at that. BBBY went to the VWAP. I should have taken some off at the VWAP because I figured it was a logical place for a.
let's see what Marianne's
Oh,
doing.
well. That was definitely the area it was probably going to stall out at least pause. I was hoping it would break through. Getting a little bit overly optimistic. BA is selling off, eh? Or at least it's dropping.
Nice, Greg. I lost money on CRE. I can't believe I lost money on CRE. That was damn it! It's going up. Damn it. Yeah. See what it does.
It's not going to be quite as hot today here on the coast.
It's slowly is going down.
Cooling off. Thank God.
I'm taking a long on CRE at 26.60. Let's see if we can go to 27. Just to break up 27. No. Let's see if you can go for the 27.
I'm going to take a short on SoFi, 1940. See if it can get down to previous day close, which is 1925. So we can go red on the day here.
See if CRE 2650. See if CRE can go there toward 4027. That would be nice. Popping up 27. Come on.
Some big bids on Sophie here down at
sold it 2720. Really heavy on top. No, don't drop. No. Yeah, I'm getting out of it. It's a little bit jerky up there. It's really heavy.
Yeah, we're over into the hour of trading day here, so things are going to get a little choppy right now until we maybe establish some directions on some stuff. All right. Here we go. Just maybe covering. I'm going to cover some here. 1928 on Sophie. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Just again using the 9 moving average. Just rejected off that. So let's see if on the rest of this, see if we can go red on the day maybe.
All right, we just want to say thank you so much. Goodbye to YouTube people. Do you think we can get to 600 likes? Any one of you that hasn't done, should we cut it off, or do you think we can get to 620 people? Is there any 20 people who hasn't liked us or disliked us? Do you think we can do that, guys, on YouTube? That would be nice if you can do that. Yeah, today was a choppy day. I mean, I guess it was choppy day, but I don't know. I mean, if you were catching only one trade on this AMC, it wouldn't have been a really choppy day, depending on how you really define the choppiness here. So, yeah, 10 more likes to 600, guys.
AMD has been on a roll.
AMD is strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
CRE.
Hmm.
MRUN. Oh, MRUN is running up again, Brian.
Oh, it's
MRIN.
back through 11. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if we can get this.
AMD is going to go through 90. There's a huge ask there.
Yeah. MRIN. Let's see. This can go above 1120. It's one of those either. It's one of these traps, or this one gonna go up. I'm adding a little bit of 1120 on it, so just for the sake of fun.
See what Sophie does here. See if it's going to lose this. Here we go.
This could be either one of these traps or if it's
Come
holding
on,
or not.
Sophie. Come on, Sophie. Go red. Go red for me. All right. We're in the red now.
See if you can go above 1140. See if you can. It's one of those areas that is 1140. If it can go up, they might go for the break of high of the day. Or it could be one of these traps that they come up when the retail traders jump in and then they dump. It looks like it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Who said that?
It's, what was
Peter.
it? General Akbach. Thor. Yeah, it came from Star Wars. Admiral Akbar. Yeah. Or General, whatever his title was.
Yeah, I'm getting out of it. It was a trap. It
No.
was a trap. Told you, sometimes this MRIN, these low float stocks are doing that. They bring the price up a little bit when the retail traders are jumping in, and then they start dumping millions of shares on them. That's exactly what they did now. That's why you should go slow, a little bit small, and then
Space is starting to roll over again here. Sophie, I'm going to get out of the rest of it because I just don't like the way it seems to want to be squeezing back up here. Not going to give me a clean move.
see what MRIN is doing. I think MRIN has another pop in it. The question is if you can get it or not.
Yeah, it probably is going to consolidate here for a while, I'm thinking. And then
Yeah.
maybe later in the day, it'll be another, people jump back into it.
Yeah, it's probably gonna do a really big consolidation. Yeah, no, not much handcuff today for me, unfortunately.
Apple popped up on the scanner. Same with Microsoft. Apple had a nice move.
I know. I think the HR itself needs some handcuff. Peter might be overtrading AMD right now.
I think Peter's preoccupied with something
What's Zella up to?
with
Yeah,
AMD.
Zella's garbage. CRE. What's the float on CERE? It trades like such a jerky style. Man, might go up this time, MRIN. That looks like it's going up this time for the 12. Yeah, I'm taking a long on MRIN at 11. Let's see if we can go toward 12. Oh, here we go. Sold some. Oh, yeah, beauty. Sold some. Adding a little bit more back on it at 11.97. Let's see, get another pop above 12. Yeah. Yeah, I'm long in MRIN, guys. Let's see if we can. It's a huge pop. Do you think he's gonna get halted? I'm long on MRIN, guys. My average is at 11.50. See if you can get next pop above 12. What's the next halt level on it?
Gosh, plug is rolling over too.
Man. Come on.
Next halt is 1265.
1265, huh? See if you can hold above VWAP. Sorry, above 12. Let's see if this 12 can do something.
1277 now. It's changed. It's 1277 now.
See if you can get to 12, above 12. I'm holding. Might go above 12. And next pop above 12. Come on, come on, come on. 90. This squeeze at the high of the day should hold because the volume came in. The 12 is a round number, definitely. Oh, there you go. Here we go. Come on. Let's get breaked out. Can break out of 12.
Yeah, it's trying. Got it printed 12 there, I thought.
Fuck. No, don't fucking drop.
Yeah, it printed 1202.
Yeah, I'm still in there, guys. See if you can get to above 12. Yeah, reducing share size a little bit on it. I might add more later if it just oh yeah, beauty. Did you see that top print? That was a full market order. Someone got filled.
Yeah.
See if this consolidation, this ABCD flag, see what it does. This was a bad sign, to be honest. Come on.
Maybe it needs to come back to the 20 again. Still looks strong though.
Yeah, leave it toppy.
Yeah.
I'm adding a limit on it. Oh yeah, nice. Sold. 1250. Or 50, Brian.
Nice.
I can't believe
Nice
I
one.
made my day green. Oh, that was
Just
quite a
had
bit.
to. Yeah. What big comeback for you. Big comeback.
Let's see if you can get another fall. I'm adding a little bit more on that. Now it's all great. $12.40, $12.50. See if you can get the consolidation at 12.50. The daily chart is all-time high, huh? Yeah. Oh no, it's
Yeah.
actually not. No, it's not.
Oh yeah. No,
Talking
it's
about
been
it,
up
there is no all-time high.
much
There is
higher.
actually a level. Oh,
Yeah.
this level. There was a level here. That's why. So I should have known this. Yeah, the 12 was a level on the daily chart. What's the next one?
It's up around 1370, 1380.
Yeah. And we are actually sitting right at the level around 1270. So I still have some shares. Let's go through 13, selling some. Oh yeah, this is gonna go through 13, I think. I'm selling a little bit more here.
It's getting pretty extended from. Doesn't mean it can't go higher.
I think the 13 tick has in it. It's no, I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm selling all of my position here. I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm green for the day. I just don't want to do anything. I don't want anything else.
Yeah, that was a big comeback.
It's gonna go 1288, but I just want to be green on it. That's it. I don't care. Ah, damn it. Well, I didn't do recap, John. I'm done with my live videos. Done with my day. Yeah, so I'm glad I'm out of MRIN. So there was actually these levels, this 12, 22, 12. These are actually levels from the daily chart. I thought it's an all-time high, but when you look at it on a weekly chart, you see all of these levels that on it. See, these are all levels on a weekly chart that you can put. You see, so this 1171 that really bounced back first, it's here. Yeah, no, I'm done with my day, guys. I'm really. No, it was a bad trading day, guys. For me, it was a bad trading day. You all saw live that how a really good trade on AMC and SoFi that we did, and I was up like $5,000 on both of them. These two just turned out to be a mess, and I just digged myself deeper and deeper and deeper just because I wanted to recover. No, that was not a good trading day. Don't compliment at all, or don't get a lesson at all on this. Just
I actually had a pretty good day at Space.
yeah, most of your
Space.
trades were really working nice.
Yeah. Space was a rising devil trade, and then just got it really squeezed above the VWAP.
Yeah, MRIN.
Otherwise, it could have really reshorted it, but then eventually it sold off. Or PH, I had some nice shorts on. Yeah, most of my trades, it's like you just never know. Today, most of my trades worked. PRBL.
Yeah, CMRN, piece of garbage, dropped.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to grab some breakfast.
Yeah, me too as well, guys. Thank you so much. Time to use handcuffs. Yeah. Yes, handcuffs, guys. I'm going to use my handcuff. No, seriously, done. I'm green for the day. So I eventually recovered like 3,700. I'm just holding this TNA and TQQ. Yeah, no, I just recovered those bad losses thanks to MRIN, really. But here's the issue. If you look at my PNL, guys, on the screen, look at this here. This is the problem with this. This is really the problem with this low float stocks. You get these big spikes in your PNL equity constantly because they're big wins and big losses. But if you ignore these ones, and this is important, if you ignore these ones, if you don't trade these low float stocks, you might not have these big numbers, but you always have the consistent profit on it, and your losses would be small. I mean, this is the most important thing. That exactly, OJ. This wild swing in your equity curve, this is just a feature for a lot of low flow traders. And the only way to recover it is to have a big account. To really, really have a big account, millions of dollars in your account, then you can really tolerate these big swings. For a lot of us who have a smaller accounts, I mean, AMC and or PH or Space are better chance because the swing, they're easier to manage your risk. In this case, I mean, these 4 million shares, there might be one or two traders that are actually trading 1 million share on that. So, that's a very, very important point you should know, and you should remember that, guys, that even though they move a lot, your account is going to have those swing, the big swings on that. A lot of traders, equity curve are like that, going up, and then boom, zero. I mean, we have one of the peak capital traders that her equity curve is going really nicely, but he had some really bad trade that he just dumped it. And also we have some traders that their equity curve going up, and then there is one low float trade that it just goes up like that. I mean, this is really nice. You can be happy, but again, as a trader, as a professional career, you really should plan on consistency. Like, imagine you have a retail store. Yes, during the Christmas time or Black Friday, you have a really pick up in your sales, but you can't really just have one retail store just because there is one Christmas day. You really have to plan that your business is sustainable over the year. It's true for any type of business. So you can't just live based on that end of year bonus. You just have to plan your budget, during the year. And this is the lesson that you should get, that these low float stocks are really garbage. And you just saw live that how it just destroyed my whole morning. All right, guys, I'll leave it up to you. Thanks, YouTube guys. Oh, still we have 6 more likes, guys, to 600. And we have 590 dislike to 600. So which one we get? Do you think we can get to 600 like or dislike? My bet is 5 more likes, we are at 600. I don't think the dislike people can push it higher. Can they? No. 598. Oh, somebody changed. Somebody changed like to dislike. I like that.
That's funny.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Always a jokester.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. All the best.
Workhorses.
And I love you all. See you tomorrow morning in the channel. Tonight is the webinar by Eamon, guys. This is a really good webinar. the lessons that you got. So there was so many lessons from today trading, good trades and bad trades. Eamon is going to walk about his lessons that learns from the best and worst trade, because a lot of time you you think you make money, but there's a lot of lessons that you should take. Today, although it turned out to be a nice day, but there was a lot of lessons for us in there. All right, guys, thank you so much, and see you all tonight in the webinar room, guys. Thanks, Brian.
Cheers. You guys.